All right.
Almost there.
All right. So what do we got today? Do we know where we were? Do we remember where we're at?
Do I
I
ever
feel
know
like
where we
we all
were?
know.
I think somebody set off an explosion. Pretty sure it was Octavia. Just saying.
Yeah,
It usually is.
inside job.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
All right, and we are back. Audio catching in a little bit earlier there. Good morning, happy Saturday, day 4 of the giveaway week. I just want to give a quick shout out, Derek and Brandon Feichter, for the use of their music, and welcome everyone back to another Variant Roles where we are running Dragon Heist and trying not to burn the city down on this stream now. New
I think I
objectives.
understood
New
that.
objectives.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
A
we're
little
trying.
calendar. There's no
You
fires.
might not be trying to burn the city down.
Okay, Variant Roles Dragon Heist, where I am trying not to burn the city down.
Oh, yeah,
I
we
might be
can- we
getting a
can cover-
stipend from the City Watch.
We can cover 2,000 gold plus damages, right?
Sure.
It depends
But
on what you're
also
planning
buying
on
that-
doing with Trollskull. All right. So just as a quick reminder to everybody out there, we are trying to break 25 viewers today, and that will unlock our giveaway for Dragon Heist. So we got a copy that's waiting to go out to somebody, and we'll do some. Waterdeep will remember this. Yes, they will. All right, so help us to get to 25, and thanks for watching. And if you can, give it a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you guys around. Let's do a quick recap and a quick introduction to everybody of your characters for anybody who hasn't been on the stream so far. I will start out with Kulinov.
Excellent. I am Kolenov, played by Woodson. My character is a half-orc fighter who grew up in the streets. Is the Griffin is a street fighter, and I'm just trying not to die and not burn down the city.
Did you cross your fingers? I sense you crossed
No.
your fingers there.
No.
All right. Kyle, tell us about Alna Redfield.
Alna. Alna. I'm Alna. Yes. Alna. Very soft-spoken guy. He was a soldier who left the military because everyone he knew died from magic, and he absolutely hates magic. It's pretty great.
I didn't know that.
That's new information.
That's out of
Yeah,
character
oh my
knowledge that
God.
We don't know. That's
I mean, we still don't know.
Big reveal.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
What
I mean, I started it right
If
off.
you're here
the bat.
early
Like,
watching the
let's
stream, you
destroy
just
all
got
magic.
exclusive.
You got it. Yeah.
All right. Nat, would you
I
tell us
don't hide.
about Octavia?
I'm Octavia Ravenovator. I'm a Waterdeep native, but I went off to adventure for a while, and things didn't go the best. I came back with basically no money in my pocket, finding out that my entire family estate has been... My parents are dead, and they've been auctioned off, and left only this little greenish potion that I don't know what it does. And trying to kind of figure out who blacklisted my family.
You know, what is it with kids running away from Waterdeep and coming back to find that their family has abandoned them with some nefarious purpose and everything's been taken? I mean, it just seems to be a trend.
Is it?
Probably not systemic. It's fine.
Renee.
No, I'm sure there's no underlying societal ills that cause that.
All right. Other Kyle, Big Kyle, tell us about Book.
Big Kyle. I call myself Open Book. You can call me Book. I am a tabaxi from Mastika, and I am here to learn about all the magic. Sadly, my teacher is no longer with us, but I have his book, and I am studying his book so that I can be a better book.
Is his book
We got a
open?
little bit of a library going on here. We got a store owner. We got we got a book, and we've got a readaholic, a bookaholic.
You are no wrong.
All right, Emma, tell us about your character, who I constantly forget the name of.
Lucien. It's
Lucien.
okay. Don't worry.
No,
She
it's a
remembers
great
your
name. It is a great name. I just constantly forget it because it's too many
okay.
syllables.
Yeah, I play Lucien, the tiefling bard, member of the City Watch. the most upstanding individual in Waterdeep. I'm sure many will agree. Yeah, she's got her own ideas, she's got her own plans, and she's kind of starting. I used to call it a con. I think now it's more that she's kind of been roped into this. Like, she's trying to gather around her people who can help her rise to the top, by whatever means necessary. But now she's kind of just seeing what's going on. I think she's actually really interested. But yeah. So yeah, I like it.
All right.
And this is
Moving
actually my
on.
voice. I'm not constantly in character voice.
No.
Same.
The rest of us just have bad accents on our own. We make them up.
Oh,
Shade! Sorry, it doesn't let me sip the tea.
yeah.
Oh,
Cold.
Did you
All
make
right.
that tea?
why do you have tea in a coffee cup? That's what I want to know.
Because you need to.
Because it's a
Secretly
teacup.
coffee.
Blasphemy.
I got my.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
So quick recap. Everybody, give me a roll on D20. We're gonna do the low one. Hopefully, someone got
Oh,
good
God.
notes.
I'm really bad at recaps.
15?
Why is it that
Oh, okay, good.
I got an 18? So unfortunately, it's not me.
This is where you lie, book.
Oh yeah, I have a natural -2.
Natural negative
By
two.
Natural minus 11.
I have a natural 20, so not me.
Oh no.
I have a 16.
Wow,
I
y'all
got
did really well.
14.
Oh, so the 14 is the lowest?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
We did it.
That's good dice.
Everybody be lying.
No, I mean I got a 3. What are you talking about?
I'm cool with that because my notes disappeared.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, apparently nobody remembers anything from last week.
Something about a house. We got a place, troll place.
All right, Book. Tell us about what happened last week.
Volo wanted to give us a tavern instead of paying us, called Trollskull, that comes with extra supernatural entities. Kulinov suggested it might be at least worth the insurance money. We got there. It's the biggest building on the block at Trollskull Alley. The paint is cracked and peeling, balconies, the handle comes off the door, etc. And there is, in fact, a troll skull above the bar. And there is some sort of what appears to be a supernatural entity. Because the words closing time would start appearing on the mirror as we walked in. Vajra Safar, I'm probably getting the name wrong, called us up to Blackstaff Tower. We signed the deed, got it notarized. I discovered which of my compadres are not actually fully literate. That was interesting. We went to Blackstaff's Tower. It's very fun, very magical. We were told to seek out a monk on a mountain to the east and ask about threats to the city and do not annoy him. He ended up giving us a test. I'm skipping over Coralon's crown because Lucien just wanted to buy some poison. We went up the mountain to the Temple of 10,000 Steps. The wizened, bald old man gave us the fight of our lives as a test. Somehow we managed to... He told us we passed this test. We joined the First Order of the Grey Hands in recognition of that because he gave us this hint that says, "Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that to change before winter's end."
What season is it?
Fall?
For spring.
I don't know. I have no idea. That was just a clue that he gave us. When we got back, we met some of our neighbors. We saw what looked like a half-elf ghost. A dude came in telling us he wanted to buy it, and then when he left, there was a big explosion outside, screaming in the streets. The city watchers banging on the shield, and cut.
10 out of 10 would recap again.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that was that's about how it went.
Yeah. Can't wait to
Get in trouble for
play
this?
D&D.
Okay, so what do you do? There was a big explosion in the street. There was one of your neighbors was in your place of business. Now, I mean, like he just was in there. He didn't even bother knocking on the door.
Okay, to be fair to the door, might have just fallen off its hinges if he did.
Yeah, he wanted to buy the place, right? He was
Yeah.
annoyed we bought it out from under him,
His
or
name
got
was-
the deed out from under him.
When I
Okay.
see the city watch, I want to kind of run back into the building and look out the window rather than be outside.
Ooh, maps.
Maps.
Ooh, maps.
Maps. Oh,
Maps.
What?
Maps.
What? New old? Yes.
I'm immediately on roll 20.
Oh wow!
Can
This is amazing.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fine work of Dyson Logos? I love his stuff.
Right?
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
This is great.
Yeah.
No, Alna is immediately going out into the streets to start stabilizing as many people as he can with, spare the dying.
Octavia's going after as well with her healer's kit.
Okay, so you're rushing out into the street. With your healer's kit, you're going to try and save some of the poor, mangled ruins of peasantry that happen to be smoldering in the streets. And okay, what is everybody else doing? Sorry, was that bad?
A little bit.
Spare the dying. It's magic. It'll heal them enough.
Well, as long as they're not already dead.
Which,
That's true.
if they're 4 HP commoners, they are.
Yeah.
Open Book will run around looking to find where the explosion came from.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There are enormous scorch marks from the origin of the explosion spreading outward. It's fairly evident where the blast came from.
Which would be?
In the streets outside of the Trollskull Alley. I could make a I could
A little boom.
demonstrate. See if I can just. Oh, you know what? Roll 20.
Can I ask what do the City Watch appear to be doing? You said that they were banging
Over
on their
here.
shields. Does it look like they're advancing on us, or does it look like they're helping in the streets?
The City Watch.
Yeah.
The City Watch have not arrived yet. You hear
Oh, I
them
thought they were
banging on their
banging on-
shields, coming down the streets. You can hear them coming from 3 different directions, but you're not exactly sure. They haven't gotten there yet, so you've got an opportunity to possibly get out there and check out what's going on before they get here.
Okay, then I'll go out and do a healing word on the person who looks the worst, and then I'll go and help.
Pretty sure the
investigate.
person who looks the worst is dead.
Well, the person who still looks alive isn't the worst. The best
The
of
worst
the worst.
living.
The worst living.
I would like to take a look and see if I can figure out what caused said explosion. Was it magical in nature? Is there black powder everywhere, etc.?
That's going to take an investigation.
Of course.
I'll help you if you want by helping.
If you wish to help, if the healing word is already done,
It's only touch, so I can
Tell me,
do
what
that.
are you
That's not
doing to
touch, it's
find out
read.
what this is? Just narrate it.
I'm
for me.
taking.
Tell me.
So he's getting up very close. I'm looking to see if I see scorch marks, if I smell any black powder, if I see any kind of arcane residue. Looking to see if I see any shrapnel from some type of object that might have exploded, etc.
Okay.
And
alright.
the result of my roll, adding in, that would be a 21, sir.
They're still small.
Excellent. You can tell that there are no signs of shrapnel. There's no embedded anything in any walls nearby. There doesn't seem to be anything embedded in a blackened, charred individual laying on the ground. It does appear that it came from a magical source. There is a dead male human with a charred black-winged snake tattoo on his right forearm. And there is a dead gnome as well. And taking a look at it, you can tell he has, it looks like he's got a little bit of an aroma to him besides singed gnome. It's he's got some muck on his boots that appears to be some sort of sewer waste.
Is this gnome alive or dead?
Oh, they are both very dead.
Okay.
But, I'm looking for two things: the smell of any poisons or something like gas. Maybe that this could happen again, or
Okay.
other threats in the immediate area. Perhaps another source of an explosion.
All right.
Never mind. I got a natural one.
Best investigation you've ever run. Best.
Yep.
You
Best.
documented the lack of anything.
Good. There's nothing, guys. There's nothing here. It's all fine.
Do we see anyone that's look like just watching, like to see the
Yeah.
results of it versus helping,
Yes.
or see anybody kind of running away that doesn't seem to be in a panic?
So really, as your ears stop ringing from the explosion and your awareness widens and you look up from the carnage in front of you, you note that there are some people emerging from buildings and trying to sort of get a look at what happened outside. As the guards, you can see they're starting to come around corners and should be here in a few moments. There are a
I'll
couple...
take off my. Oh God. I'll take off my jacket. So I'm in my city watch. Help calm people down.
Okay, so you're going to become the City Watch individual now? Okay.
Deciding to do her job.
That's
Populous.
going to be awesome.
Leave me now. I can't avoid it.
So there's some elderly coming out of the buildings and some interesting looking individuals that you've not seen before that could be potentially neighbors or witnesses that saw something from inside. And what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Alna
Let
is
me-
gathering the people he's stabilized and bringing them out of the wreckage.
Okay.
Did we save anyone?
Absolutely. And it turns out that there were actually relatively minor wounds to anybody around. And it was basic first aid to get them patched up. However, the two individuals who at the epicenter of the blast were pretty much obliterated.
All right.
I want to make a big show of like calming people down, like checking on everyone, make it really obvious that I'm doing a good job as the city guard approach.
So, where on this map did the fireball happen, and where's Trollskull?
So Trollskull is the central building on the map there. It looks like it's sort of stepped. It consists of 5 or 6 buildings that are all joined together.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay, that's all
That's
one building.
really
Okay.
That
We
thing.
own this?
Yeah, that thing.
Amazing.
I can't wait to see what else is in there.
No, there's that. I'm sorry. There, it's just that left section there. Those left 3.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind.
I'm like, wait a
We're
second.
not
No.
as cool.
Still.
Still cool.
And then the fireball was.
The fireball was out where it says northeast entrance.
Okay.
That's why I can't see it.
Oh, you guys can't see northeast entrance.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but I take
That's
your word.
okay.
I mean, it's the
Uh,
northeast. If it's oriented.
Yes.
At this intersection here.
Cool.
Okay. Well,
Wallet.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
going to run up to any of the witnesses who were coming out and ask if they saw what happened.
That sounds like a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like to approach? There is an elderly female human who looks to be stunned. She's sort of leaning up against a porch across the street and just still staring in horror. There are 2 cloaked male humans. They wear leather armor and appear well armed, but are trying to be not noticed. They're sort of hiding behind looking casual from some boxes. 2 female humans and a half-elf dressed in plain clothes, and there is a male gnome wearing a burned cloak and clutching a dagger, and 2 female halflings who were playing a flute and a fiddle, and 2 male halflings who were dancing before this happened.
I feel like we're on the Orient Express. There's so many like express.
Well, there's just
did it?
people in the streets. I mean, it's Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Who did it?
Yes,
I'm probably like helping the old woman. I can be.
I'll go. I would like to attempt to speak with the 2 gentlemen in the cloaks and the leather armor. They look like they can take care of themselves and probably be aware of what was going on.
Alna
I'm sure that's the reason.
Go with Book to make sure he doesn't get hurt.
Aw.
Lucien gives you a thumbs up from across the way.
All right, so as you approach, they kind of look at one another and kind of back off a little bit. And what do you say as you approach?
Hello, friends. I need your assistance and your help to find out. Did you see what happened?
Noah, we didn't see nothing. Did you?
Are
Did
they
you see
lying?
it?
Yes.
I was inside my building and was anyone running away? Did you see what might have happened?
That's your building. You're the new neighbors, eh?
Yes.
That's a lot of damage you have over there. How are you gonna get that fixed?
I would. You are clearly several steps ahead of me. Right now, I'm just trying to find out what happened before we can then get the place repaired. I do not know yet.
They look at one another. Yeah, we were hoping you knew. We didn't see anything out here.
Are they lying? Can I tell if they're lying?
You can certainly roll an insight.
I don't need an ability check to tell me they're being shady as shit.
Big mood.
What is my insight?
Book
32.
would not even think that they might be lying.
No.
Are you saying that my acting is transparent?
I'm saying your acting is communicative.
No. It's subtle.
Be
and-
careful. It's dirty 20.
was
Dirty
great.
20. Well, that'll tell you. Yeah, they are definitely up to something. You're not sure what, but it's clear by their affectation that they are they know more than they're letting on.
Okay, I'm gonna look at one of them and I was just gonna be like, "Hey, tell me what you're doing," and he's gonna cast command on him.
Truth.
Okay. Spell save DC
14 wisdom.
14. I
This
love
is
it.
the same thought
There's
process.
a reason
that
they
got
put this
the
spell in the
flaming
game.
Building like
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
That is going to be not enough. So,
Yes.
So good, but oh my god.
well, all right, I'll level with you. We were just standing over here minding our own business, and I confess we may have been looking for an easy mark, and then suddenly there was a scuffle in the street, and boom! His friend nudges him. Shut up.
You said there was was it those? Oh, those 2. I don't know if they were men, but they're not now. Those 2 dead people. Was it them that was fighting, or was there anyone else? It's okay. It will be our secret.
He's
Oh, come
kinda
on now.
He kind of nods towards the guy with the cloak and the burned cloak and a dagger.
Aw.
And his friend nudges him again. Shut up.
Oh, the was that the gnome?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, it is our secret. You told me nothing. And I'm gonna kind of elbow Alna. Somebody should go talk to him. Lucien.
Yeah, what? Oh, okay, I'm coming. Hang on. And I kind of like say, "It's okay, ma'am. You'll be fine. We're all good here. It's okay. Happens all the time." And I go over to.
Lucien,
Happens all the time.
you are the guard of the city. You are here
Yeah.
to protect everyone.
That is true.
And that gnome
100%.
over there, he might have been involved with what just happened. You should be the one to talk to him. He will tell you the truth because you are a city watch.
Yes, a
And I
trustworthy.
trust you, and I know that you can handle this.
Yeah. Everybody
doing
tells everything to the City Watch. They're very reliable.
Well, how could they protect us if people lie to them?
Good question.
Exactly.
You are a font of wisdom in these trying times.
Alma goes with her to.
Yeah, I was about to
basically
say.
ready to cast command again.
While that whole command debacle was going on, Octavia was actually trying to find somebody that she helped patch up and start chatting them up, trying to kind of use the fact that, hey, I saved you a little bit to get a little bit of what they know.
So, oh no. So,
Sorry, Nat, I missed something there.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, was I spotty? So I was going to, find somebody I had patched up and try to use that fact to kind of get information out of them, because that's kind of a good start to
I follow. They do seem a bit dazed and are really unsure what happened. I was watching the dancers and listening to the music, and I thought somebody was trying to pick my pocket when they bumped into me, and I turned around just in time to see there was an individual that ran into that. Oh God, what happened to him? And then everything exploded around me, and there was fire and screaming. And are they going to be okay?
You're gonna be okay. That's what's important right now. And you just need to take deep breaths.
Does
I'm gonna try to get their name and stuff, so I might be able to check in later when they're less traumatized.
yeah. Does the gnome that is blown up in the street have any tattoos? Did you say?
The gnome that was blown up in the street? No.
Well, because you said the human guy
boots.
had snake tattoos, and then...
Yeah.
You and them together.
And the other one had muck on his boots.
Oh, from the sewers, that's right. Okay, gotcha.
As Allno and I approach the other gnome, I want him to just make a point of trying to catch eyes with Kulanov and Octavia so that they kind of get an idea of what's going on.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna move to the
Octavia
sewers.
writes down the name Jarek.
Okay.
Wow, for the person that you talked to.
For some reason, I was expecting a last name as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's just a peasant.
That's cool.
Peasants don't have
Jarek Smith.
Jarek.
He's not worth a last name.
Couldn't afford one.
Okay, I want to approach. I want to approach the gnome with the dagger and the burnt cloak, and I say, "Are you all right there, friend?"
Actually, as you go looking for the scorched gnome that has gone missing, he doesn't seem. He's not around anymore. I'm not really sure where.
Sneaky rogues. I'm looking for the sewer entrance because of the muck boots,
like
by the
it.
way. That is where I'm seeing where the nearest place is with the sewer entrance. Perhaps the gnome came from there. That's my thought process.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Where the gnome was last, I also want to look for like tracks or something.
So there's two gnomes, right? There's one that was burned with the dagger, and then there's the dead one with the boot
who's
muck.
running away.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm assuming that's survival for the tracks. Oh no, Octavia.
for the muck where he would have come from.
Oh,
Yes,
what's
go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay.
I will tell you that
I will
because
help.
it's a high traffic area, it will be a little bit more difficult than tracking someone in undisturbed woods.
And it's burned to a crisp.
I'm channeling. I'm thinking of Octavia and praying to Timora as I roll. No, 12.
Yeah, there are a few footsteps from where they came, and then there's, you can tell that the moisture out of the steps before that has been evaporated by the explosion, and so there's some dried mud, and then there's a few scuff marks, and it disappears into the intersection.
Yeah.
You're not sure which direction it's gone, and there's just been too much traffic to really make it out.
Can I take a detect action, try to find where that gnome ran off to?
1 second.
Sure.
Kulinov is looking
Yes.
around for a sewer grate. There is
Yes.
one on pretty much every street corner.
Yeah, just the closest one.
So at the nearest street corner, there does not appear to be any signs of egress.
Okay. That is what I was wondering. Thank you.
Octavia?
Let's take a detect action, try to spy the gnome. Maybe they're going off behind a corner or something.
Sneaky gnomes.
So the one that doesn't quite seem to be around.
Yeah,
Give me
scorched.
a perception check.
Okay. 19?
Ah.
Okay.
Nope.
Not hiding
that
in the
would have been
crowd or
your
something,
perception
probably.
against their active attempt at stealthing away.
I mean, or they're all around the corner and I'm just making the
You
roll.
can't see them
because
anyway.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Or they're invisible.
Yeah.
Can I try?
Well, they're invisible. I can
Fine.
still hear them. Potentially.
Potential.
I want to, realizing that this is sort of futile for most of us, to track a creature in a busy city. I want to go up to Octavia, and I pull out my book, The Power of Positive Thinking, and I say, "Listen to my words. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it." And I'm going to give you an inspiration, because if anyone's got a chance.
You know,
I
Anyone.
feel inspired.
Lucian, I
Yeah.
think you're getting more and more sincere over time.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it yet. We'll see how that goes.
Keep
You
it up.
can trust
I
her.
think, do you want to know the worst thing? I think I like you guys just a little bit.
Go.
Why is that the worst
Should've
thing? That is
told
the
them.
best thing.
Yes, book.
Lucienne, I knew that you would love us the way that we love you.
Love is okay.
Okay, so about this time, the guards approach and say, "Halt! Halt! No one is allowed to leave. We need to investigate the situation. Who here has anything to say about this explosion?"
I look directly at
guards
Lucienne.
Sort of come into position surrounding the area, cordoning off anyone inside.
I'll also look at Lucian.
I'll call out to them. I'm Lucienne Fitzroy, trustee of the City Watch. I've been helping these brave individuals investigate the situation, and I believe that they may be able to aid us if you allow us to freely investigate as well.
Well, that depends.
On.
Are you a guild member?
I'm a City Watch. I travel with 2 members of Force Grey.
Oh yes, I am Force Grey.
Yes,
Ah.
this
I
great
have a grey paw. You see?
and he
Must
has
be
great
a
power
son
as well.
cute. Well, perhaps later I will refer you on, and you might be interested in joining with the guild. We are
Potentially.
okay.
Which guild do you speak exactly?
The
Cool one.
Lords.
No. The Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors. I am
Okay.
Saith Cromley, and you
Saith
may
Cromley.
address me as Saith.
Safe. I feel very safe in your hands.
Saith. Saith. Like a
I feel very
scythe.
safe in your
I
hands.
cut
Safe.
through the BS in the streets.
I like him. I can use him.
Spoken like a true Lord's Alliance.
Yeah, right. Already got the talk, just need the walk.
Apparently, the
Soon.
Lord's Alliance is much
Soon.
more interesting than I thought they were before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
Words, man.
I want to go up to Saith and say, well, given that we are members of Force Grey, respectable members of the community, I look over at Kulenov, a Waterdavian noble themselves, I look over to Octavia, and a city watchman, I do believe that we should be allowed to conduct our own investigation as well, and perhaps provide more insight.
Very well then. What have you gathered so far? See if you can be help in this investigation.
I believe
it
they
does-
say it themselves better than I can.
It does not appear to have been an alchemical explosion. There's no shrapnel, there is no powder burns. It is probably magical.
Magical explosion. And who were the individuals that were rather crisp
I believe-
down here?
Incinerated is the word.
We haven't identified the
Incinerated,
bodies
see.
yet.
Incinerated. That'll make me sound intelligent in my report. I like that.
There, the
Exploded.
the bodies are over there. You can take a look.
We haven't identified the bodies yet.
There is a snake tattoo on the human corpse over there. Yes.
I
We've
do not
seen
know.
a fair
What
amount of those recently.
Hmm.
Kulenov,
Yes.
what does the snake tattoo mean?
Well, there are several. There are different gangs that are
Right,
involved.
right.
Yes, and they all have the different tattoos.
And which one is this one?
It's a snake. I don't know. I'm just making an educated guess.
Okay.
I don't have
Snake
dealings
is
with them.
the
I don't know.
Zentarum Guild.
There, that one.
Oh, that one. Yes.
The
You know,
Zen-
I am not connected to any of those criminal groups. I am a Grey Paw of the Force Grey.
Yeah, me neither.
Can I make an insight check when he says that?
But he's not associated.
Yeah, I just wanna check.
Go for it.
Has he ever lied to you?
Book not as pure as we thought.
Never.
It's a crime lord in disguise.
I've just wanted to have a chance. 8.
It's just your natural inclination. to not-
Book is completely telling the truth. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Open
I
book.
knew it. I
Masked
like-
Lord of Waterdeep.
No.
Oh, that's so good. I
Okay.
just wanted.
So, well, have you ascertained the nature of the cause of the explosion?
Look, I did.
I just told you that it appears to have been magical of some sort.
Yes. No, I'm aware of the type of explosion. Was there some sort of disturbance between individuals here of a magical explosion that generally comes from some sort of fight? And apparently these are the losers.
They are the losers. They did not win because if they won, maybe it was one of them was fighting the other.
That was a scuffle, yeah.
Yes, most irregular.
Um,
Magical backlash.
There was a figure, a gnome. He was burned and I think a little bloodied with a dagger. He slinked off before we could question him.
Lucien, did you apprehend this individual?
I attempted to, but he was gone by the time I made it over there.
She was
Oh,
far too
likely
busy
excuse. I
helping
hear
the
that a
injured
lot, actually.
people.
I was just about to try
Sorry?
to track the individual, but when you showed up, delayed that a little bit. No
Yes,
respect,
well,
no disrespect.
Well, in that case, I will leave this investigation in the hands of Barnabas Blastwind. He is definitely going to take charge of the crime scene, and I will leave this with his capable hands. And don't leave town.
Why would I leave town?
You know, I've been hearing that a lot.
Sorry,
recently.
I have it. I say
I
that to
leave,
everybody.
but I don't get paid.
I'll tell you what. Take leave with the situation and take lead with the situation and report in to Blastwind here at any findings that you should come across. We will be tracking the investigation. It's not often that we get this much Zentrum activity in the streets. We generally like to keep it out of the public eye, and there's just been a little too much recently.
Surely.
Right then,
Where
if there's
can we
anything else I
find
can
her?
do, you can, well, Lucien, you can find us at HQ.
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 Alright, he folds up his notebook, tucks it underneath his breastplate, and makes his way down the street. There are a few city watch around that are hanging back, and let's see. And you notice in the sky above you, there appears to be another city watchman riding a griffin, who's circling the area looking for anybody who might be fleeing. Okay, so all right, so you note that the griffin blows a horn and charges off in a northern direction in a rapid descent.
Interesting.
Could we?
Looks like he spotted something.
I very much want to see what he has.
Go, Kolnov, run.
I go.
I go and I use my feline agility to go as quickly as I can.
Ooh.
So you're climbing the wall?
No, feline agility is I can for one turn double my speed until the end of the turn.
Excellent.
And then
I'm looking at 25 viewers.
and then yeah, so I'll dash, do that, and just the cat's
So
just
you all-
off.
You all head off at top speed, heading northward. The guards don't hinder your progress, though you do have to elbow through a few individuals that happen to be trying to crowd in, gawking at this carnage. As you get a couple blocks north, you see this griffin land and pounce in the same movement and knock a scorched, cloaked gnome to the ground.
They are majestic. I love the griffins.
Beautiful creatures.
It lets out a screech that sounds like, 180 decibel eagle.
Music to my ears.
Oh.
Okay.
What you're named
All right.
after?
And this gnome is pinned underneath the claw of one of the griffin's paws, and a lance is lowered into his face just as you come rushing up to the scene.
I just
Don't hit him.
start clapping. Very nice. Excellent.
Beautiful form.
People.
I love the City Watch here so much. You are keeping us safe, and whoever is piloting that griffin, I just give them a big,
I quietly hunters mark the gnome.
He likes that.
Yes!
It helps me track them.
That's genius.
Corey, when you say he puts the lance in his face, do you mean like he's trying to stab him?
No, he's not killing
Okay,
him.
he's just holding him. Okay.
It's the equivalent of a cop that just,
Right.
Drawing down,
freeze,
yeah.
don't move, He's being held captive by the City Watch.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so how would you like to proceed? The cavalry does not really appear to be attempting to question or further detain this fleeing individual.
I mean, he's got him pretty well detained already.
Yeah.
And I just look at Lucien.
Okay. Excuse me, and do I recognize this individual at all? This city watchman.
No, you actually aren't in a unit that would be associated with the cavalry in any way. They're more of a military-run assistance for the City Watch.
Do I
Excuse me, we
recognize
are an
him?
independent group of investigators working with the City Watch to try and apprehend this individual.
Yes, well, you are the City Watch, so
Well, but I'm with these other people.
will
Okay,
you,
it doesn't matter.
Will you be taking custody of this individual?
Yes, we will. Yes,
Right.
we will.
The Griffin is the cavalry individual pulls back on the reins, and the Griffin pulls his paw back.
Out of
and
one griffin into
punches
the arms
and
of another.
takes off
Yeah.
into the sky, and you are in custody of one fleeing, slightly scorched gnome. What would you like to do with him?
I put one hand on his shoulder.
I'm
I
gonna
say,
do you
I
one
put
better.
one hand
Kolnov,
on
I'm gonna toss you some manacles.
excellent. Even better.
He
I
seems
take the manacles
frantic.
and start fitting them to him. Do not worry, friend. We will let you go in a moment.
If
No,
you have done nothing
no.
wrong,
Change.
you have
God,
nothing to
no, they're
fear.
trying to kill me. I've got to get out of here.
I want to just stare at him and just not blink and just like keep eye contact.
You saw the explosion. They're trying to kill me. I've got to go.
Sure.
Who?
You can come with us if you like.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
sure
keep you
you could
safe.
do a great job protecting me, but on the other hand, no.
I like this guy.
You make a
Em,
strong argument, but how
Who
about
is trying to kill you? And why?
What's your name?
I don't know, and
You don't know your
Delicon,
name?
I need to go. They could be in a window right there. Who's that in that window? And
I want to knock him out.
I do not take my view off him.
I want to just like get the hilt of my dagger and just like whack him in the head. Non-lethal, obviously.
Wait. I'll not stops you for a second. It's just like, tell us what we want to know. And I cast command again.
Do it.
I hold it there just in case.
I'm terrified of Alna now.
I love it.
For not liking magic.
Oh yeah.
They
Submit
don't know that.
Whatever means necessary.
All right. Let me look at this real quick. Because I think I'm actually...
Magic used in the right hands is wonderful.
Yeah,
just
right.
no
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Are
maybe I
you
should-
the right hands?
Yeah. Everyone.
Wait, there are no right-handed people?
I'm
Not yet.
left-handed.
No, they
Are
actually...
we all left-handed?
they were clearly in league with the
Oh, I'm
Celestials,
ready.
and the Demon Lords killed them all in the last era.
Interesting.
How does he do on his check?
Just looking up the stats.
Woot woot.
Gotta find the stats of this random gnome we've accosted.
No.
Casting random gnomes. Da, 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 da.
That's not what I'm looking up.
He's looking up the damage for Fireball and then looking at our hit points is what he's doing.
I will tell you if
That was
Fireball
actually
will, on
pretty good.
average, kill me.
Yeah, same.
Oh, also, I'm wounded.
It'll be fine.
Oh no!
Okay.
Do you want a healing
Why are
word?
you
Low.
wounded?
Good to know.
You.
I think this is the same day we fought the monk.
Is this the same day we fought the monk, or have we had a long
No,
rest since then?
well, no, you have not had a long rest since then.
I'll
Oh.
go over and I'll just like
Oh.
Wait,
Pat.
have you?
Octavia on the back. And
I would think so. It took a long time to get back down
yeah, no,
and
you had
whatever.
a long rest because you guys healed up after that fight. You guys
We
were...
did.
Okay,
Okay.
beaten and
Okay.
good, because I had a
destroyed after that.
very good portent roll.
Yeah.
I
That
would-
means I have another spell slot. Yay! More.
I
have the best portent
I
roll.
just gained 11
Yeah.
hit
So,
points.
real quick, Alna, command is a one-word spell.
Is it
You're
a
allowed to
one-word spell?
give one word as part of the command. Tell us what you know would be
Command
too
words.
complex, and maybe
Explain,
talk
explain.
Oh.
doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily get the level of detail you're looking for.
I think with the spell we're really looking for your suggestion, which unfortunately we don't really have.
That's what it
A
is.
little bit
My
higher
bad.
level.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Explain, explain.
I'm
It's
sit-
funny
I'm
the
still
first time,
standing there with my dagger ready to thwack if we need to.
Oh.
No, explain is a good one. So,
Try explain.
Or
Explain.
truth.
Truth. Hmm.
explain.
Okay, so explain. Well, you see, I was walking along with those individuals, the ones that, well, they weren't really my friends, but I liked them, and they seemed to like me fine until one of them tried to explode. That's just not a very friendly thing to do, and now I don't trust them, and I'm talking to you, and in a moment you might explode. So just let me go.
And are you saying that that one of those two unfortunate individuals actually did this himself by exploding himself?
I don't know. We were just walking along, and all of a sudden, boom! There was guts everywhere.
People said there was a scuffle. Do you remember a scuffle?
I didn't see a scuffle.
Can I roll insight?
Is he lying? Yeah. I will insight as well.
I want to hold the dagger over his head a bit more and begin to slowly turn around the other way to try and like intimidate him, I guess.
Your testimony does not hold up under cross-examination.
Wow.
I
look at
rolled
you
a
with the
natural
legalese.
20 plus 5 for intimidation. if that
Holy
helps.
crap.
So that would be
Um,
a 25.
I'm going to roll a constitution.
Yay!
No, he does not actually wet himself.
The only two rolls I've done today were a natural 1 and a natural 20, and I wonder if that says
Well, you're
something
you're
about-
averaging about average then, so you're
Yeah.
really right on target.
Yeah,
We did
Average
it,
is
guys.
good.
slowly turning the dagger.
Okay, so, look, they were escorting me. They were trying not to let me get exploded. They were trying to protect me, and I was trying to take something precious to. You didn't hear it from me, but I'm trying to take something precious to a house that will.
What house?
I forgot the name.
That's okay.
I forgot the name. I'm trying to look it up here. 1 second.
It's okay.
That's okay. Just say.
Slowly turning the dagger. in my
Grelhund
hand.
Villa.
Rohan's Villa.
I've got to take it to Crawlhund Villa, and I'm sorry, I understand you're the city watch and everything is good, but this is a little bit beyond what needs to be done for the jurisdiction and the safety of the people, and I have to go. You have to let me go.
Rohan
And
Villa?
he's going to roll a
Rohan.
persuasion.
Yeah.
And he's going to roll a 4 on that persuasion.
He actually did roll a 4 on that persuasion.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Okay.
are a seer.
I want to keep spinning my dagger.
I
Do you have this valuable thing on you then?
Well, not anymore.
What happened to it?
I stashed it when I saw the griffin coming at me.
Where?
I'm not telling you.
Where?
It's too
No.
sacred. You can't
I
have
hit him. I'm gonna hit him.
Don't hit him. Don't hit him. Don't hit him.
Have
Don't hit him.
it's
Don't
mine.
hit him. Just where?
Trying to rough him
Again.
up a bit.
And I cast command again.
Yes. Again. I love
Are you done with your spell slots yet?
Yeah.
Or-
No. Now I am.
Where or
Okay.
points might work.
Where?
Where?
location as well.
Kill.
So many
Okay.
options.
We're getting a lot of mileage out of this command spell.
Die.
I like it
Yes.
a lot. I never realized it.
I love
I
it.
mean, I love command. It's a versatile, fun spell that is also quite potent. But normally people just use it to like soak people's actions in combat and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's
Eats their turn.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Don't play.
Grovel.
Grovel.
Grovel
good
and
one.
drop.
Never
Grovel
thought
and
of that
drop.
one. That's a good one for the bad guys to use. I'm gonna write that down.
That one's one of the ones actually in the spell.
Yeah.
There's approach, drop, flee, grovel, and halt. Those are the ones that are actually in it.
Interesting.
Grovel is the target falls prone and ends its
I
turn.
like it. I like that.
Yes, well, well, I would really like to continue standing here and chatting, and I put it right over there.
It points. Excellent. I take his he points with like a single manacle dangling off. I didn't even put the other one on.
And there is a purple
Oh.
cloud of smoke just like envelops where he was standing.
Nice.
Is he still manacled?
Oh, he's yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
he-
the
he-
manacles went with him.
yeah,
He's gone. I was about to manacle him to myself.
he poofed.
He
He poofs.
teleported.
I hunter's marked him. Can I
Yeah.
use that to locate this individual post
I
teleport?
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
That
I'd be
is a
surprised if it-
good question.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
I don't bother memorizing the spells.
Yeah.
There's
I
just-
believe
I mean,
hunter's mark gives
it
advantage.
gives you advantage.
Might let me tell. I think it might give you the direction too. I don't use this spell hunter's mark. Very
Yeah, I don't know either. That's what I mean. I haven't
Looking it up.
Handy dandy D&D Beyond.
because I don't. I mean, if he's your,
Hashtag not
I think that's a
Advantage
later.
on perception survival you make to find it.
Yeah, so it's just there's a later on thing that lets you like specifically track them.
Can I try to find them?
You choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it with your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra d6.
Oh,
to the
right.
target
Does the
whenever
spell
you
end
hit.
if he goes? Out
And
of
you have
range.
advantage
No, that's not a
on
thing for
any
spells.
wisdom
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Or wisdom survival check you make to find it. If target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can
That's
use
what it
bonus
is.
action subsequent turn to mark to a new creature.
I reckon because you
You get
you could use your intuition to figure out
It's
where.
interesting. It doesn't actually give you a range. Well, it has a range of 90 feet.
Oh yeah, but spells don't
casting.
spells don't end if
Yeah,
you leave
casting,
the range
yeah,
after cast.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you will have
Except for like
advantage
spells that
on
actually say it.
Yeah.
a survival check if you are trying to track him, or a perception check if you are trying to if he's possibly still present and hiding.
Yeah.
They're
If
the same number. Can I just roll dice?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, roll it up. You have advantage.
I mean, teleported like however far.
I'm gonna use. So that's a 23, but I'm gonna use my inspiration die from Lucian
Oh, hey, yeah, I
Okay.
forgot.
Hey, just go crazy with it.
for a 27.
You
Oh
did it.
yeah.
Okay, so
Inspiration
I
point.
need to know if you are looking for him or trying to. So you do successfully track him a reasonable distance away. You can see that there are some sort of scuff marks that seem a little bit fresher than everything else around. And you get about a block away, and they kind of vanish into the rest of the footprints in the streets.
With a 27, can I keep tracking that through the difficult footprints of the streets?
That's absolutely within the realm of possibility.
Because if I can keep following the trail, I'm gonna keep following the trail. Tell the guys to follow.
I go
What's
wherever
odd,
he
though,
pointed.
is that after that period, the tracks. I mean, even out of 27, the tracks are just not there. to
I
the
think he
track.
teleported again.
Ugh,
Can I
magic.
I
don't
know
if
magic.
This is like something, but because I'm City Watch, is there any way I could like approach the people around and try and like persuade them to tell me if they'd seen, or like get them to sort of spare any information if they'd seen a gnome matching his description appear in the area?
Appear in which area?
The area where we see the tracks disappear, to see if he did teleport away again.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna
So
search
I
wherever
was
he.
thinking because
pointed
I'm
out.
where I'm like look like I'm investigating, I might get a cheeky advantage.
I'm also gonna check to see if he like climbed up a building.
No, okay, I'm just gonna roll then.
Yes.
That's 3.
So checking to see if he went up a building, you find
9.
that there are no real indicators on the side of the building, and I'm using your 27 to
Okay.
continue with that.
My
yeah,
friends, I think he is gone.
Probably magic.
Questioning the
stashed
individuals in the area, they complain of the smell of sulfur and how there was an odd gust of wind a few minutes ago, but they didn't see anybody.
If he stashed the item, he probably went back to it after we chased him.
Yes, I was going to the
Didn't we
item.
go back
Whatever
to the
he pointed.
item? Didn't we go and get the item first?
I don't
No,
No,
think
he did actually. The tracks did go in the direction that he pointed.
Mm.
No.
He went
Okay.
back for
So anywhere along the trail that I tracked, was there like a good hiding spot? I mean, he probably would have grabbed it. I was curious if we can find a decent. I mean, it didn't sound like he had much time to stash it. So
Octavia.
It's all right. We have his name
Octavia, you.
And where he was going.
and the villa that he is going
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
Did it
that's what I was
say-
about to ask about. So Octavia,
Right.
you spent time here, like living here among the upper echelons. Have you ever heard of this villa before?
Crowham's
Villa?
villa.
There's a decent chance. Corey.
I'm
Corey.
looking.
Sure.
I'm looking.
So I wonder.
I mean, it fits with my background, but
yeah, I was
that
gonna
doesn't
say,
mean
that's
everything.
Why I thought.
I mean,
I feel like I've abused the City Watch thing, but too much today, so maybe Octavia would know.
I've lived in Edmonds my whole life. Doesn't mean I know the streets the library's on, for instance.
That's true. But an idea of who lives there, maybe. Or
Yeah.
the people.
Crows.
Corey?
Just kidding.
What?
Is...
Nothing. You're fine. He's looking up Crowham's villa. Don't listen to him.
Oh, sorry.
What was somebody tell me again the name of the place?
Crowhunt Villa.
Crowhand.
Growl
Hand.
Grohand.
Ah, there's
G-R-A-H-U-N-D.
so many different ways to spell it.
Oh, I had
Growlhund.
Quell hand.
Qualhand.
Yeah, I
love
heard
it.
like three different things.
You know, I
when
should have
Corey-
spelled it for you. I should have just let you keep asking him after the wrong place, and people are like,
Creehorn.
"What are you talking about?"
Yeah, right. Crowhand.
Crowmount.
Crewgund. Crewhands.
Krogan?
Crouton Villa.
Crouton Villa. Yeah.
Crouton
I've been there. They make
Where there's
they make bread, right?
salad with everything.
It's just an Olive Garden.
Yeah. Little breadsticks.
That's what they call them, the breadsticks.
Yeah.
But they're really croutons.
Yeah.
You know, I've never been to Olive Garden. They don't
You
have
know,
it.
I wouldn't say you're missing much.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
When I said that their breadsticks are like croutons, you're not missing much.
That's not a
The
good
ones I hear the most are Olive Garden and Applebee's, whatever that is.
Applebee's.
Mm.
I don't know what that
Yeah.
is.
So this gnome individual teleported away. It's powerful magic. It's possible this is also the one who caused the explosion. He could have been lying to us.
Wouldn't be surprised.
He seemed very nervous, though. Nervous, like he was afraid for his life.
Oh, maybe nervous because he tried to blow up a city block.
Yeah, could have been a
He
ploy.
seemed panicky. He believed someone wanted to kill him.
Think so,
Also-
Book?
I agree.
Potentially. Also, oh no, just so you know, if you use magic to influence a citizen against their will, it can be fined up to 1,000 gold. So
I wink at Ulna.
be careful.
I'll just tell them that they
What?
didn't see it.
It's not like that was going to come back and haunt him. I mean,
Fine.
Nothing happened. What are you saying? You asked a very honest question to that man, and I saw it happen. No magic involved whatsoever.
Don't they?
I'm not saying stop. I'm saying be careful.
Exactly.
Okay. So you have gathered some valuable information that this individual was involved in a scuffle with the victims of the explosion back in the other alley. There was an exchange of items that was apparently extremely important and valuable, and that he's gotten away, but you know where he's going, or at least where he said he's going, and you are not familiar with the particular place, Growlhund, but maybe you can investigate that line of information. What would you like to do next? I mean, Trollskull did just get blowed up.
I can go fix that. It won't take long. It'll take
It'll take a while.
What time of day is it?
It's probably around 11 a.m.
Oh, okay.
I could try to beat the streets, find out where this villa is. If you wanted to get back to Trollskull and fix some stuff up, put boards in the windows. While I'm at that, maybe Lucian can help me.
I want to at least make sure that.
I was considering that. I was also thinking I could go back to City Watch HQ and tell them what we know about this gnome fellow if we wanted to do that as well.
Oh, that's fine, but the City Watch is kind of inept. I mean, I bet you're going to get a good job and keep at it.
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
No disrespect.
Let's
Well, I mean, there's
trust
the
me.
guy.
No, nothing taken.
They told us to go report to whatever his name is back around Trollskull.
Where the investigation is, yes, it was.
Yeah,
But
Barnabas
don't
Blustwind.
Yes, Barnabas
Don't you think that we should continue to Crowhund Villa before the trail goes cold?
That's what I'm thinking, but I need some time to figure out where that is.
So,
Wait,
Okay,
you
how
don't know, Lucian, you don't know what this place is?
Grauhund?
I could give it a guess. Just let me think for a second.
I
Corey,
know where the fancy houses are. It's a
do
villa.
I know anything about Crowhund Villa?
No,
Am I going to
Grounded.
roll a history check? Or
it is. It's not anything that you've been exposed to.
yeah, it's not my
Book
Everybody's
jurisdiction.
looks
got a name in their house,
uncharacteristically disappointed, and he just looks sad at Lucien.
No.
Oh,
He's
no.
disappointed the tabaxi.
Book.
His ears go down.
Yeah, you just made a sad cat.
Book.
You failed him.
City Watch have little like subsections who take care of different jurisdictions, and that's
We
just
could-
not how I work.
I
We could go back
understand.
and
Yeah.
tell Barnabas Blastwind what we know and ask him if he knows where Grauhund Villa is.
This could be useful.
There's a point there.
If there's a few City Watch there and they are amenable to us already, then
Maybe we could go ask at the Grey Force.
you could also do that.
The Grey Hand?
Yes.
The Grey
Force
Paws.
Grey. The Grey Paws Force Grey Hand Paws.
The grey paws. That's
That one.
that's
Yes. Yes.
Cannon.
grey paws. No. Paws grey.
So what do? We go back. Do we go back to Troll? To our Troll alley? Or do we...
Yes, you can speak with Blastwind. We can take a look and to see if there's any additional. Well, I don't know how much more they can hurt Trollskull Manor because it was already pretty messed up.
I just don't want our neighbor to be in there anymore, to be honest.
This is important.
Ulna, how committed are you to going back and fixing up the tavern, or do you want to save that for this evening, maybe when we need to call it an evening?
Oh, I do want to fix it, but I don't care when.
Okay.
We can fix it later.
We can do it today at some point, but maybe we should head to HQ first and ask about Crowhand.
What is
Crowhand.
HQ?
HQ.
HQ is where...
I'm just screwing with you, Emma.
HQ.
Oh.
HQ.
Not just inconsiderate.
Awesome.
I love Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. That was the worst thing that's ever come out of my mouth.
All right. So
Yeah.
where are we going? We going to Troll
H.
to Barnabas, or going to HQ?
Barnabas is in HQ.
Oh, okay. Yes. then we are going to where.
Oh, I thought he was at the crime scene overseeing the investigation there.
It's
That's what I
possible
thought.
that it hasn't been that long. It's possible they're still taking notes and stuff.
Should we go back to... Okay, how about we go to HQ via Trollskull to see what the situation's over there.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna ask around here a little bit to see if I can figure out where this villa is, since this
Do
is
you want to catch
theoretically
up
along the
last
way.
minute then?
I'll catch up with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
when we get to Trollskull, we'll wait for you a little bit.
And meet us at the skull of the troll.
Don't worry, I'm
Yeah.
quick.
Or you may have time to fix some of the windows.
Yeah, about that. Mending
Oh.
takes 2 lodestones per cast.
I don't think it's consumed.
No, they're not consumed.
They're
They would
not
say if they were.
consumed? Okay.
Spell components are not consumed unless they say they're consumed.
Don't take
Really?
mending from us.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's a very large project to try and repair
No, I
the
understand.
entire.
Yeah,
building.
like mending would be like to
Oh, it's
like
literally
use a chain back together.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, mending is also a minute per cast. So if you're trying to piece a window back together, the window is an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes. It's only a foot.
It's a passion project.
Right.
Interesting.
It's a fixer-upper.
So you're over there like casting mending, and I'm over there with a hammer and nails. We're just doing the same speed.
Yeah.
So
You're laying out pieces of broken glass. The entire wall of windows has been blown inward,
Blown
and you're
out.
like
That's
laying
right.
out the broken glass. and
This is Ona's
reassembling
magnum
all the
opus.
shards, and then
Yeah.
you're like, 1 foot worth of crack in a minute. Then you're like, got that crack?
Love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
It is not.
It's just tracing
If
over
we
the
wanted to
pieces.
actually like fix it with a snap, we're looking for the spell fabricate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I know.
So,
Fabricate is great.
45 minutes
Nothing
later, you
funny
have
for it.
1 pane back in place.
Great. I'll go up and ask around to see if any of the city watch here are Barnabas
Yes. We'll go to Trollskull.
at Trollskull while we wait for
Okay.
Octavia to catch up.
So, as you get back over to the area, you find that Barnabas is actually just flopping his book closed.
Oh,
As you are arriving back over there, he's actually standing on your porch awaiting a report. Yes, well, how was your investigation? I trust that you came back with some valuable information.
I believe that we did. We have one ally out just getting a lay of the land still. But
Yes.
yeah, we managed to briefly apprehend the individual.
We questioned him.
Briefly, would this be the same individual that you let slip before?
Right, so here's the thing. I didn't let him slip before. Technically, I never had him in the first place. But that's maybe worse. Okay.
Yes, well, I will speak with HR. We are going to have to put some demerits in your file.
No, you don't need to do this.
I have a question.
That's an
If
HR.
you are responsible for the investigation, why did you not apprehend him?
T.
Shade.
My responsibility is to oversee the investigation and to
Well, I mean-
allocate the resources to the avenues of investigation that I
So
see
perhaps
fit.
you did
If
not
it
allocate
wasn't-
the proper resources.
I would completely
Perhaps-
agree. Lucien has not been the appropriate
Look, you're
resource
not-
to allocate to this. Lucien, I,
mean-
am very disappointed
Wait.
in
Is
your
this
performance.
is this
Wait,
someone
wait.
who would know my history with the City Watch? Is this someone who knows about what I did before?
He is he's a sergeant.
Oh God. Okay.
Wait,
The gnome's
he
name.
wouldn't have known about the gnome if it wasn't for her, because he would have just disappeared without us. So
Yes, well, that is the one thing noted in her favor for
Do
the
not introduce.
investigation.
you
and-
also wouldn't know the other stuff that we learned about him because of our interrogation.
oh,
you also would know where
learned
he's
other
going.
Things?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I
Well, I mean-
assumed that if you let him get away, that you hadn't learned anything. What did you learn?
I mean, nothing that's worth your
He's-
time if it's just going to make her look bad.
Playing
They
a hard
see it.
card. His name is Delicar. The gnome's name.
Or
Delicar.
what? Is it a D
Delicar.
or a G?
I believe it was a D, Delicar. That's what I
that's
wrote
correct.
down. And he is headed to Growlhund Villa. Do you know where Growlhund Villa is?
No, but if I put it in my report, I'm sure somebody will.
Excellent.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure you will have the right person who will know the right place.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that was almost I felt like sarcasm from the cat. I don't know how to feel about this.
Book's been here for a week or two. He's
Book's-
starting to
He's a little annoyed that they
Get
insulted his
someplace.
friend.
right now. You're catching on. He's got Lucien's back, and he doesn't like this guy.
Okay.
Right. Well,
I wanna.
Lucien, I would appear to owe you an apology. You have performed an admirable evaluation of the situation. However, we will need to know exactly what was the nature of the incident.
The
Why was
nature
there
of
an
which
explosion
incident?
in the streets?
Magic.
Magic.
Hmm.
I
It looked like
will
the
do
fireball.
everything in my power to make sure that this individual comes into our care.
Hmm.
You
To
can trust
have been a
me.
direct
Right, well,
attack
My name's
on
not
the-
Trusty Lucien.
Trusty Lucien, I've heard that about you. I will strike these two demerits from your record. This is not something
Thank you
that
very much.
is a negative upon you. You should feel proud of your performance this day.
Thank you.
Yes,
And
she
you would also
should.
know that in the City Watch that demerits aren't actually a thing.
Yeah, that's how I sort of caught on that he was maybe.
Just being a dick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just messing with you. How nice.
Okay. All right, so you are back
Lucien-
at Trollskull.
Yeah.
He closes his book over and tucks it up underneath his arm, signals to a few cards. Well, there will be nothing else then. I will be heading on, and make sure you check in over at HQ with any further developments you should find in this investigation, as we will be pursuing our avenues as well. Growlhounds,
Sure.
you say.
Quick question for you before you go. Did you see where the guy in the bowler hat went? That was lighted up with a purple light.
Oh yeah.
He opens his book. Purple lit bowler cap. What have you been doing for the last few hours? Was it by chance partaking in some illicit substance?
Wait,
I
are
have
you
nothing
saying
going
that
on.
you wait? Are you saying that you lost track of the bowler hat guy?
He was on our porch.
Certainly nobody has
Trespassing.
reported any witnesses with a glowing purple bowler cap, you say?
Well, how about just a regular bowling cap? It might have worn off by then.
Yes, I do have one bowler cap in description here, though not illuminated, and thus my question.
I mean, he was trespassing, so I cast light on him.
Ah, I see. You used magic against another citizen of the city then.
He
I'm a
did not
trespasser.
influence him in any way.
Technically, he used magic against the hat.
That is true.
Also that.
On a man who was trespassing illegally
Oh
inside
no,
of
not on that man. Stop
Olna.
using the language.
Is
He's on
an
my hand.
upstanding citizen. I can vouch for that.
I mean, sure.
Oh,
The man was having trouble seeing in the dark, so he lit up his hat on his way out.
It was-
the kindness.
yeah.
Okay. And yes, I have an Emic Froon. He
Yes.
is a local tavern owner. He has
Tavern
every
owner.
right to be in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood, yes. In our tavern, no. And isn't it suspicious that he came in to tell us how he did not like us and walked out and there was an explosion in front? Hmm?
Yes, well,
Which
I will
tavern
see
does-
to investigating that avenue as well then.
I'm sure you will.
I will leave Growlhunt to your capable hands, Grey Paw.
Indeed.
We prefer
As long as you tell me where it is.
As I stated, I am not sure I understand where Growlhunt Villa is.
I
So-
see. Is that not worth
Octavia.
one of your demerits?
Octavia, give me a history check.
I was actually planning on going in the streets and like asking people, but I can do history if you want.
Yeah, just check. Give me a history check.
All right. 16.
check.
16. After everybody keeps saying it in all these different iterations, it starts to sound a little familiar, and suddenly strikes you that Lady Growlhund is lives here in Waterdeep. there's the Growlhund family. Maybe they're referring to the Growlhund villa that would be the villa that the Growlhunds own. You're not sure where they reside, but you are familiar with a Growlhund noble family.
And I'm kind of familiar with the more affluent neighborhood, so I know where to start looking.
And Woodson,
Yes.
being of the noble caste, you're like, yeah, the Growlhunds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vosens.
Woodson's a noble too?
No, shh.
Wait,
I
All
thought
sorts of secrets today.
I thought Kulinov was
No,
noble.
I'm the noble.
Oh, Octavia's okay. So yeah, I said it right then. I was just thinking, it's like, wait, no, hold on. It's Kulinov who's the noble.
I had a moment. I was like,
No,
what?
Kolonov is the bookshop. I'm the blacklisted noble.
Yes.
Yeah, boys.
And then City Garden, 2 out-of-towners.
Sounds legit.
Yes, I am
I'm
not
from the
noble.
town.
And
You guys should
together
get
we
your
are
backstory
horse
straight.
No. Oh, I thought all of them
Or
out of
I
town.
should have
Even
taken
I fucked
better
up.
notes.
Alma's an ex-soldier of Waterdeep.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Alna is with the City Watch. Kolinov is.
I think I'm the only actual
I read a book.
out-of-towner.
I think, yeah.
I am a book.
I know it's
An open book. We all
right.
read from. Okay, so
we all read down here.
when you get back inside, you note that there are several individuals sort of seated around a table inside. They are wearing coveralls and sort of like bowler caps of their own, and they're a little bit dusty. And one of them stands up and comes over to you and says, I saw that you had some damages, and I heard that there was some new owners of Trollskull, and well, it looks like you could do some repairs. Well, I got a crew. Probably whip
Luciana.
the ship back into ship shape in I don't know, 12 days or so.
What's the rule about trespassers? What's the law about that?
I don't think
Well,
there
Well,
was
that's a very
This
good
here's
question.
a public establishment. Are you
It's
open
for
now
business?
a private
I have a
establishment,
question.
I will have you say. I'll
Which
have you know.
which guild are you with?
Oh, that's an excellent question. But let me tell you, there are the guilds, and then there are ways of employing other people. And let me tell you, the employing of the other people, we have a much better rate.
Okay.
We don't have all of the overhead, so
Yeah. They're not
whereas
union.
the guild would charge you maybe 1,000 dragons to repair this place, I could probably do it at the same time for, say, 500.
I look over at the team. I look back at them and I say, "Guys, don't you remember how good a condition this place was in like 5 minutes ago? Wow, now all of a sudden it's so damaged.
What they
It's almost
say.
as if a group of individuals came in, messed up the place specifically so that they could get us to pay them. Do you have 500 gold pieces you're willing to give us right now as a fine for the damages you've caused?"
He looks at you vacantly, clearly oblivious to your intent.
It's also funny because vandalism caps 100 gold.
Great. Okay.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, plus damages.
So if we just burn the whole city down, it's just.
Yeah.
Arson's different.
Oh, okay.
Damages to property or livestock, damages to
hypothetically.
cost of repairs
Hypothetically.
or replacement plus up to 500 gold pieces.
Let's do
Is what I was going for.
that. Interesting.
Right, I'm gonna take out my notebook and start going around taking accounts. So, Kulanov, this place was in top condition, wasn't it? Just this morning. Until these people came in.
Yes. It was beautiful. I don't know how you're going to sell it.
It's okay. I'm just gonna go and turn them into the police.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Sounds
Yes, it was beautiful. Yes, there was the windows were pristine and they were colorful, and the door handle definitely worked.
All right. You can do the work for yourselves and have fun paying the guilds off. We'll be on our way. Bye. And they make their way
I
towards
cast-
the door.
Once again, I cast light on their hat. It's a new town.
look at
As
each
they're
other.
leaving,
They all seem a little bit disheveled.
it's a new
That
thing.
is
When
not
you trespass,
nice. And I'm
when
telling
you trespass, that's what happens.
this
It's
is
a rule in
public
Waterdeep now.
establishment. You have
It's
a
not
sign
public.
outdoors.
But this is not a public establishment. It's
There's a
been
sign?
closed for forever.
It's not
We never
open for
reopened.
business.
Oh no,
You
there's a
should
sign.
take your sign down then.
He's right. Technically, we have a sign up. It's a public establishment.
It doesn't mean
We
that
have a
we are
sign?
open right now.
Yes,
I'm
it's
gonna go and take the
it
sign
has
down.
a sign for business. It is considered a business under the law. I mean, it makes sense. I should have known that. I'm sorry. I go take the sign down.
They
Well,
Sounds
each
good.
take off their hats and they look at them and they swap them and they put them back on and they point. It's still lit.
Fair. He's fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
It's-
well-
the one is going to be lit, but
You
I
could
get
say-
rid of the light and
The tavern
That's
is lit.
The tavern is.
And they make their way out and the door swings shut behind them. I will say, Lucien, take a point of inspiration for your attempt to persuade them to.
Info.
Maybe not persuasion. Maybe it was more of
It was
Intimidation.
certainly something.
abuse of authority.
or
It was very in character.
Authority. That should
Yeah.
be a skill.
I believe there's a word for it. Extortion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's.
Bless you.
I mean, there's no corrupt city watch.
I'm gonna add abuse of authority to my skills.
There you go.
I'm proficient in authority abuse.
Oh, I don't get that till
I'm
level
gonna make
3.
it-
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just proficient in abusing the authorities. So,
I mean,
well,
that's
one
a,
day I hope to gain the authority to abuse.
well, that's
I added
that's
it,
auto
everybody.
proficiency for dungeon masters, right?
Yeah.
Plus 100, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
No.
100.
Yeah.
So that's
Pretty good at that.
2d10 then, percentiles. Okay. All right, so you are standing amid the sort of broken glass and the disheveled appearance of your tavern overall. You have scuttled off a good workforce that you could have used at discount rate to put yourselves back into business, and I'm sure that you won't pay twice that when the guild comes around.
I have no money.
I mean,
I
not
have
we
no
have
money
500
either.
either, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
They could
not
ask
have
for
even afforded that.
There's a
We
guild
were going
for
to get
everything.
paid, and then we got this place instead.
I'm sure there's definitely a guild of loan sharks and backstabbers out there somewhere.
That's true.
I've met them. They're lovely.
Lucien is like, wait, that's my next job.
Yeah.
If not,
Look
I
off
need
into
to
the
found
distance.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, I guess we are going to go to a quick break, as it is a great time to do that.
Nailed it.
And we will be back in about 5 minutes, and we will talk a little bit about what our giveaway is and what variant roles is working on, and then we'll jump right back into it. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, guys.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Bit.
All
Is
right,
it
welcome
a weekend
back!
video?
Woohoo! Successful transition like a pro.
You did it.
Okay, I know you guys can hear me. we
We can
coming
hear
back
you.
from break.
Yes.
All right, so welcome back, Variant Rolls, where we are trying not to burn down Waterdeep, and we're getting ready to do a giveaway pretty soon. Here, we will release a keyword in the chat, and then at the end of the stream, we will pick a winner. All right, so what are we doing? We're back at Trollskull, and we're going to maybe burn the place down.
Insurance
Seems
money.
likely.
No.
Do I get back at this point?
Yeah, I reckon you're there, right?
Yeah,
I thought you were with us the entire. Sorry, I don't know why.
'Cause I was off in trying to find Growlin's
He was asking around about it.
house around, and
As he headed back.
I wasn't actually there for the last couple encounters.
She.
yeah. So no, you didn't really turn anything up.
Well, I remembered that I know of the noble family, but no one was like, they live here.
Yeah, I mean there's public records, but we're gonna put a pin in that one and come back into it later.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say that. I was just gonna do it.
Yeah, I know. I know. Duly noted. Octavia wants to advance the overall plot line.
I'm just checking if I'm now back with my peeps.
Yes, you are back. That is definitely something we will be advancing. There are just other things that the rest of the party has been working on that will actually transpire before we get that information back. You have
That's
feelers out, and there are people researching where Growlhund Alley is.
Excellent.
Everything in Waterdeep is an alley.
Apparently,
Everything's
I have people.
Yeah. Everyone lives
Feelers.
Roads are too open.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't fit the theme.
It doesn't fit.
Roads are not thematic.
I mean, like, look at all the works that went into this place. I mean,
Yeah.
what kind of spend do you think the city's got?
Like, actually, do you see how skinny those walkways are?
Yeah.
Well, carts are forbidden in the city of Waterdeep? No, not really.
Wow, really?
Okay. So, you are in Trollskull.
Yes. I would like to take an inventory of everything in Trollskull. So I would like to see what we have.
And 3 weeks later, you have a list of broken bottles, vinegar barrels that used to contain wine, broken stools, and it is a complete list.
Yes.
I mean, if it's 3 weeks, those stools aren't broken anymore.
They keep being broken by whatever poltergeist is hanging out. You prevent them, and the next morning they're broken.
As much as we joke about 3 weeks, taking a good walkthrough of the entire manor might be a good idea. I'm not sure we've done that yet.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
I'll take a short rest while they do that.
So we've done a fairly elaborate description already in the previous episode, but I will say that you check into rooms upstairs, and they are often water damaged and in poor repair in general, though they do appear to have basic furnishings. The straw is molded and will clearly need to be repaired in the bedding, and the blankets are mostly moth-eaten and will need to be repaired or replaced. It's going to be a labor of love to get this place back in top market condition to be competitive as an inn and tavern in the city of Waterdeep. On the
And then we
bright
flip
side,
it for profit.
you are in a decent area in North Ward, so it's prime real estate.
I wonder if we could sell this place for the value of the land.
I mean, could maybe.
I had a thought. I don't know how good of an idea it is. You guys can help me. I feel like if adventurers just thought they could get a kick out of coming and fighting something in here, and we just charge them an entrance fee, it doesn't matter how nice it is. Does it? We could just say,
Yeah, but
put the feelers out.
because you want people to come and sit at the bar and drink and gamble on the results.
That's the long term, but in the short term, we need money to get drink. Really.
We need some
Yeah,
storage.
but what about the extra damages they might do to the tavern while they are fighting?
That's true. I didn't think
I
about
can
that.
only fix so much at a one time.
So as you're talking about this,
Hmm.
an individual, he's wait, let me pull this up real quick.
We took down the sign.
He did. He did. And a rather portly halfling comes striding through the door rather confidently. He's wearing a long sleeve rolled up button up shirt with a vest that's buttoned down the front and baggy pants. He has curly tipped shoes, and he comes walking in striding quite confidently and says, "Yes, this place will do nicely. How?"
Okay. You.
No, shh.
You.
Shh.
No.
No.
You're trespass. I cast light on him.
Do we not have a door?
I catch on his hand before he can finish the.
Really, what's the point of having a door if people just walk right through it?
Would you be the
Trespassing.
proprietors of this establishment?
I'm so
You're
confused.
trespassing.
Yes, I would like to hear what you have to say.
Hello, we are Paul's Grey.
You are not registered with the Guild of Innkeepers, which I am an official member of, and I am here to collect dues.
Well, we're not an inn. See, we have no sign up. We're trying to remodel.
Yeah, we're not an inn.
Yes, well, you will need to register before you do go into business, and I
We're
will
not
take
intending to.
this
We
as an offense, and your price has gone up. Good day to you. turns around and he
Wait.
walks out.
No!
Nobody liked him anyway.
The guilds.
I'm gonna run after him.
Alden's just gonna call out up as he's running out and be like, "There's no sign. The door's closed. Knock."
Not the spell.
On the hater of magics and rude interest.
He turns around. Yes, well, I was sort of afraid the door might collapse if I were to knock. This is a ramshackle appearance and is not in a state fit for running a business. You will...
That's
fix
why the
this,
sign wasn't there.
or you will not gain entrance into the guild. And if you do not have entrance into the guild, you will be evicted and your business will be shut down.
There's no business.
It's not a business.
It's currently a personal
You think
residence.
that
What the
we
fuck is
live
wrong with
here?
you?
This is our,
Well,
our family home.
yes, well, it is not zoned as a home, so you will need to move elsewhere into the city.
Oh,
This
okay,
is
that
zoned
makes-
as an inn, according to our records. And I am
Yes.
an official of the innkeepers.
I hate this so much, guys.
Oh, that's what this is.
Oh,
You
we were
should
actually
still
thinking-
knock.
We were actually thinking of turning into a leatherworks. Do you know the Leatherworkers Guild?
What about the books? I hear.
Yes,
I know
can
someone
send
who
the
likes to sell
Leatherworkers
books.
Guild.
Could you give a name to run down to that so I can fix that problem and get it out of your hair entirely?
Fix what problem?
The little zoning problem. So we can get properly zoned as the leatherworker shop we intend to make, and then I'm not in your problem at all. I'm in their problem.
Yes, well, we shall see about that, and I will send their representative over, and you will deal with them.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you.
Make sure they knock.
Are you
No,
gonna guild
no,
hop
wait.
to buy
I
time?
want to call out to him. What's your name?
Yes, I am Broxley.
Broxley.
I am Broxley. How's your family?
Like Will I am? I am Broxley.
We are the Fair Kettles, and we are doing rather fair. Thank you for asking.
Okay. I'm sure
Yes,
you'll
thank
still
you
be-
for asking, Lucian.
I watch him leave. I twitch.
He struts confidently down the street as if he has set you in your place.
Make sure the leather workers knock.
Yeah. So that should buy us a week because when they show up, we ask them for the Potter's Guild.
You just want to buy time. You want to guild hop until we can get the place fixed up.
I mean, what's the chance that they actually get together and talk about it to each other and figure it out?
Oh,
It's
not
basically zero,
not
and then
very
we can,
good.
and then we have plausible deniability on top of it.
Mhm.
Good luck to them.
Lucienne is just thinking of the day when she could crush his entire family and his establishment with a
Oh,
click of
God.
her fingers.
Kolonov is wearing an apron that he has found, and he is hefting the beddings out of there and like tossing them into the trash. Like,
Alma
cleaning
is
up.
fixing the doors so people will actually knock on it.
So
Fair.
flash forward, you guys, for about 2 days, you're performing minor repairs around the place and throwing away old unrepairable items, broken stools that you're not going to be able to mend, or that it's probably cheaper to just go and make a new one, or even to just purchase a new one. You do estimate that the overall repairs are going to cost you somewhere in the realm of 1,000 gold pieces, which you do not have at present.
Does the mirror on the back wall say closing time at the same time every night?
Did you wipe it off? It still says closing time.
No, he wiped it
Oh,
out like right
we
after.
walked it off the first time.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
It was dusty. That's fair. No, we cleaned it, but I just meant like, does anything else like show up? Or
Well, the place is looking remarkably better than before, and it might be considered a dive at this point if you had any place for people to either sit or sleep. Your tapestries are all moth-eaten and have been taken down, sent off for repair, but the bill is going to be fairly hefty for repair on those. Somewhere around 80 to 100 gold was the estimate.
Oh yeah.
Could go to Iron Braxley's shop, steal all of his inventory, and then sell it on the black market.
Whose shop?
What?
Whose shop?
I think she's musing to herself.
yes.
Sorry,
This
ignore
is-
me.
On the first night, I'm gonna go off into the woods and cut a big round out of a tree that's nice and gnarled and hang it on the wall, and that's gonna be my target practice.
Okay.
I
We'll say that is what's being done during the downtime, long rest, whatever.
Everyone else, for hours and hours, everyone else is cleaning, and then Octavia comes back a few hours later with just a piece of wood.
Rolling this 12-foot
go into the
round
street
from a
and
tree.
gonna
Yep,
start-
sawed it myself.
12 foot. I'm like aiming for something a few feet across.
Done it, Octavia. You've been such a help, Octavia. Thank you for
A nice shape.
It's about 3 inches thick and round. It looks like it's got concentric rings from the wood and nice burling towards the edges. And it'll be a great little target for throwing
Yeah,
your
I
knife.
set up and I just chuck my 2 axes into it, and just tunk tunk, and leave them there. That's where I store them.
Perfect.
I'm gonna
Great.
go out into the streets, guised as someone else before our next long rest on one of the 2 days. I'm gonna start just telling people who are interested about the time I saw the Braxley family assault a noble.
Whisper
the-
campaign.
The Fair Kettle
I'm
family?
gonna roll 66.
Are you talking
to
about
tell
the,
them to take.
You talking about the innkeeper?
Broxley's his first name, then
The one
it's
who just
Fairkettle.
came in and.
Yeah,
I didn't
Broxley
like that.
Fair Kettle.
yeah.
Yep. Okay, Fair Kettle. I'm gonna roll now.
Fair Kettle family.
How did I hear Sarah Kettle? I just cannot hear names today.
6, 9, 11. It's gonna take me 17 days. It's gonna be worth it.
Well, it's interesting because on this current path, it's going to take you about 20 days to repair the place.
Yes.
And you're
it's gonna
going
take
to
that
have
time.
bills coming out your backside that will end up getting the place seized if you do not have them paid off by the end of the next fortnight.
Make some gold.
We can go steal a boat and sell it or something?
I
Cool
like
enough.
that.
Cool enough.
Okay, you do not have to steal in this town. There are other ways to make money.
I don't know what you're
Cool
talking
enough.
about.
You are a successful businessman.
Thank
You
you.
are
I do
successful
not. I
business
have
work.
not had to steal in years.
So tell me, who I am new to this place. How
Look,
can I make some money without
we
stealing?
we have the Grey Paw.
As
We
you're
can talk to
discussing
them.
this, you start hearing gnawing sounds
Oh.
in the walls.
Where are you, ghosts?
Those are not ghosts. They are my old nemesis. The rats of the cities. Ugh. Pulling off, gets all down on all
Rat
fours.
is your
and starts,
nemesis, because your nemesis means they're as powerful as you are,
yes.
but they're
Yeah.
your equal counterpart in evil.
Well, the
you are as powerful
overlay
as a rat.
says he has 4 hit points.
Olaf only fights rats. He is the griffin to hunt rats.
Oh, yes, rat swarm. There we go.
Kolonov starts madly tapping on the walls, trying to find the the hollow
Emphasis
places.
on mad, because nobody else hears it. No.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I know you're in here.
Do we have a cellar?
Want him.
That's
Do we
an
have a cellar?
interesting question. It's not on the map.
Just like a
Okay.
wine cellar? Under
Do
the
we
bar?
have a map of this thing?
No, not an
Okay.
official indoor map.
It is
Okay.
a building with things and stuff inside.
Okay.
We have a picture of what it looks outside, a picture of the alley, and that's really it.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice. You can make it whatever you want.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Oh, I take it back. I'm so sorry. There
I
is
was
a
gonna
map.
say there's a map in the
Oh
appendix.
shit!
Yeah.
Admit.
I wonder if it's in Roll20.
What? I don't know what that noise was.
There is.
What? What was that kind of noise?
Boom. And
Ooh.
I will put us back into.
Ooh, loading.
Exciting.
Or is the fog of war on?
I think he's or he
Working on
doesn't.
it.
All right,
He's got it. He's got it. Don't worry.
he's fine. He knows
His
what he's doing.
production team is on it.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, roll 20 is pretty. That's pretty cool. That's
It's
pretty
dark
cool.
for me.
Oh, why am I?
All right.
Do we have a turret?
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I like it.
Aw, it's so pretty.
Nice.
Oh, guys, I'm so proud of us.
We're gonna lose it tomorrow.
Well, speaking of, whilst you guys are doing that, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self, go outside, and start just forming with a hat on the floor. Because I'm a bard, and that's what they do.
All right.
There is a cellar.
What do you perform? Spoken word?
Yeah,
There you
spoken
go.
word. Definitely
There's
not.
the overall map.
Cool.
Amazing. I love it.
There is a cellar. Huh.
Tiny little cellar. How pretty. I'm sure there's not anything buried under there. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
fine.
No dead bodies, no skeletons.
Just rats.
So the
And moths.
one here. Come on,
Yeah.
mouse. Where are you at? There we go.
Pew!
That's
No
cellar.
one fear is
On the
moths.
left here, you have
Everything
the
else is
ground
moths.
floor with the bar and the a few tables laying around. Stairs down to the cellar in the top right-hand corner there, which will then go down here to an ale cellar and a wine cellar off to the left.
Cool.
Like the turret best.
The
Yeah.
second floor is on the right here. So this is a library with some rotted books in it and a broken desk. This would be your stairs coming up and your stairs going up to the third floor here. This is a bedroom area next to the turret. You have a master bedroom here and a private bath. No plumbing. It just has a crapper, a hole in a bench.
Awesome.
And then to the left we have a large common room here, a hallway, you have a spare room here, a bedroom here, and this is a den where you would have some overlook out onto the street.
Huh.
And then
That's
here
where
on the
Lucian
right
does her planning.
you
Yeah, I
have
was
an
gonna say.
attic. You have the turret peak here, and then you have an attic bedroom, and this is storage where there is a bunch of extra furniture covered in sheets. Some of it looks to be still serviceable,
Nice.
and would be able to put it into use down on the common room floor.
Excellent.
Sounds legit.
Totally legit.
I'm sorry. This is hatched to the basement here, behind the
Nice.
bar.
Makes sense.
And you have a pantry for foods and a full service kitchen here.
At
Bet
one
it
point.
smells in there.
I said it was at one point.
Yeah.
It was full service.
Okay, so that's a little bit better of an idea. Looks like you got a fireplace
Perfect.
as well here. And the
It's
troll
beautiful.
skull is hanging up behind the bar in this corner here.
Excellent.
I will assume that Octavia's log for target practice is here on the wall.
Well, actually, if the bedrooms are all upstairs, I'll put it in the upstairs common room.
Sure, perfect.
So that someone doesn't walk in while I'm upstairs and steal my weapons.
Fair.
I mean, people tend to walk into our establishment.
That
So-
seems to be a thing.
As you walk into the kitchen, you see something gray and angry with glowing red eyes skitter off into the darkness beneath the counter and disappear as some old rusty pots fall off the countertop.
Knew it! I knew it! I go and start pulling the pots out.
I grab my axes.
Just viciously.
So everybody else is working on repairing the place, and Kulinov is trying to tear it apart.
Just throwing, you hear like the sound of pots being thrown in the kitchen. And just cursing. Like, where is it? Where is it?
Well, we know who's going to be the cook. All right, and I guess the first meal is going to be ratatouille.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey, pot.
anything.
All right,
Uh,
so third
Can
day
I-
goes by. Yes.
So can I
Lucian,
roll a performance check on my busking to see if I make any money?
on your?
So I said, I think you might cut out. I said I was gonna disguise myself, maybe as that blue-skinned elf, like I was before. Go outside and put a hat down and perform something to try and make some
Yes.
cash.
So your performance will be okay. So roll your performance. Describe for me what you're doing, and I will tell you approximately how much gold you can make per day with your act.
Okay, so I am going to be doing a dramatic storytelling-esque reenactment of the conflict between House Braxley and the poor noble, and that kind of thing. But I'm obviously changing the names slightly, just implication. And it's going to be like, you know how in like Game of Thrones, where like they have the bards kind of like running around telling like this is the story and this is the tale,
puppets.
and, kind of thing.
Excellent.
Are you doing the puppets, or are you doing actually a troupe of halflings?
No, not a troop of halflings, no. But like kind of like a sing-songy.
There were those halfling bards earlier. You could rope them in.
Sure. Yeah. If
amazing.
anyone was,
I'm
if
sure
anybody wants to join.
there's a guild of street performers that's going to come knocking down your door pretty quick here.
Fucking damn it.
That's but I'm doing it far away from, like in the street but not near.
That's why she did disguise self first.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm the blue person. That'd
It's
be
the city of Waterdeep. You know, the guilds are well established. Everybody wants a piece of their take. Make sure that the actors and fine musicians of this city make a fair wage. And I mean,
We wouldn't
would
want
have
street
a piece
performers
of
to
this,
make too
but-
much money.
No, they want to make money. That's just it. They don't want to be undercut by some, disguised blue elf individual who's just not charging a rate and just panhandling effectively.
I was a 16. I'm gonna see how that goes.
That is an excellent performance. You are drawing quite the crowd. There's some titters and whispers in the audience about perhaps they're talking about the Fairkettle family. Is that
Ooh.
slander?
I hold you much.
Luciana's.
Kenny
You are
Luciana's-
able to make 8 gold on your first performance.
Okay, I mean it's something. It helps.
8 dragons.
8 dragons.
Approximately
I'll bring that home.
from people throwing money at your feet.
Love
and
it.
you do draw a fair bit of attention to the construction going on behind you or down the road as people are coming from all over the city to see your performance. Hey,
Yeah.
it's Northward. There's a lot of through traffic.
Sure. I kind of turn to them and say, the horrors of conflict in the city. Look at this poor establishment.
Yeah,
Kind of. I don't know what I'm doing.
victims
Try and
of a
Yeah.
rogue attack.
Yeah.
It's almost Shakespearean.
Oh, 8 gold. 8 dragons.
Forsooth.
Okay.
Forsooth.
Pursuit.
So as you return from your performance on the third day towards nightfall, you come back to find shoot, where'd it go?
How's the rat problem, Kulinov?
It's fine.
Not even.
Everything's fine.
If there's another stranger in our house, I'm going to put up a sign saying that trespassers will be shot.
Yep.
Trespassers will be
Will
shot.
be magic missiles.
Actually, I don't have a bow yet. I need to do that once I get some
You
money.
don't have a bow, but you're a ranger.
As you return, there is
Sorry.
there is an Aluskan human sitting on the porch with his feet dangling off the steps. And he's sort of sitting there looking down, humming to himself. As you approach, he looks up. Oh, hi!
Hello.
I don't see very many blue elves around here.
No. I was just going, not in this establishment. I start walking past.
Oh, well, how long do you open? 'Cause I could really use a drink.
Oh, you want to come in? I mean, I'm sure I could introduce you to the owners. I know them fairly well. Let me come on.
Right,
I kind of
right,
escort him
I
inside.
didn't see a sign, but I heard you guys were going to be open. And
I mean,
and I could
sure,
really
yeah.
use
If you're thirsty, okay. I kind of open the door and I say, "We have a customer, I believe, for you.
I brought silver.
He's
Silver?
brought silver."
Ooh. Wait. We never got any booze.
Octavia runs out the back door, going to buy booze.
You just go to another bar, buy a tankard, and then
He
come back with
finds
it.
one of the Yeah, MX Tavern is right down the street. You you see it.
Just buy a couple
I'll go
drinks.
the extra block to go to someone else's tavern.
Perfect.
I sit him down and I say, well, thank you for coming. Come to my performance tomorrow. And I wave, make a good point of saying goodbye, and then come back as Lucien.
Perfect. So he's
No one
sitting at the tavern, sitting at the bar, and he pulls up one of the stools that you've brought from upstairs. Sits down. So what do you got on the menu?
Kolonov comes out of the kitchen at this point with 4 rats held by the tails. He goes, I finally figured out. Oh, hello. Would you
That looks
you like-
tasty.
like something to eat? I can cook you something very quickly.
I'm very hungry.
Excellent. I will give you the special since you are our first customer. And I go back into the kitchen.
When did you guys open?
Just now.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so wonderful.
This is also a trick.
Give me one of your
This
finest on
icy-
tap.
So Alma's gonna go behind the bar and he's just gonna kind of look around for taps that we don't have.
This is such a
There's
trick.
taps back there.
At this point, Octavia comes back in from the alley with
Just tankard right there in front of him, and then with a few other things. Just straight
and
into
he
the
picks it up and he drops 2 silver on the counter. I love being the first customer in a new establishment, and he just quaffs this entire thing.
We're happy to have you.
And he's gulping,
Does he
and he has to stop for breath in the middle of it. It's a large tankard. And he finishes off, and he slams it down. Oh, it's good to meet you. I'm Hammond Craddock, and I'm the
Hammond
guild
Craddock.
official from the vintners, distillers, and brewers. And
I
that
saw this coming.
was the first beer of your establishment, so I'll be needing them guild dues now.
I hate this game.
How did you not see this coming?
Yeah,
He just likes my performance.
I
Young
totally
Emma.
saw it coming. Octavia didn't.
Oh yeah. Book was just like.
Yes.
That's why I didn't say anything.
If he dies, do you reckon they'll be able to trace back to us?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just looking through my spells right now to see what I can kill him with.
I
Right.
come out of the kitchen.
I cast
with
Hunter's Mark.
cooked rats. I have several cooked rats that I've attempted to dress to not look like rats. And I
Let's just kill him, guys. Let's
Slide
just do
that
it.
towards
I
him.
don't
No,
care.
Alma looks over and is just like, you should have made them look like rats. It's okay.
Give me a cooking check. What
yeah.
do we want to call this?
Uh,
Well, there are cook's utensils. too.
survival? I don't know.
No, there's
Survival is
cooking
what you
utensils,
roll when you
actual-
eat it.
Oh, I don't have cook's utensils, so I just used whatever was in our terrible kitchen.
I think I have
I'll
cook's
give you a-
utensils.
I'll give you a bad modifier, and you can take a -4 to your check, and we will make it a survival check.
Why not? At this point,
I hope he eats it. He's gonna die from the rats.
I spent 2 gold on 10 gallons of ale.
Did it.
Oh,
You
'Cause
have
it-
a pony keg.
Yeah, because that's 2 SP per gallon of ale.
You did it.
oh no.
My survival check. I already have a -1. That's your modifier. So it's a -3, and I rolled a 2.
Ah.
It's
So
a
it's a negative
-4
1.
actually.
Oh,
So it's
sorry.
a
that's
-3. That is the lowest result I've ever seen in a 5e game.
It's a -3 to cooking the rat.
So you tried to cook it, realized that you couldn't actually start a fire, decided to hold a match under it for a few seconds. It was going to take too long, but you're like, "Mwah." There's still clumps of hair hanging off of it. The tail is a perfect garnish opportunity. And you left the eyeballs poking with little splinters of wood you found on the floor.
I've seen them do that with the fish. It looks great.
You come out and you put it in front of him. And he's like,
I
yes,
punch
well, I'm
myself
sure
in
the
face.
Butcher's Guild will be by someday, too.
I punch myself in the face.
You know,
I'm
No,
actually gonna do it.
Sure, they
I'm
will
actually
not
gonna
expect
do
a guild fee for this.
what's your name?
Lucien, what was that?
I punch myself in the face, and I'm actually going to do it. Hang
Oh,
on.
no.
I rolled a natural 1! No! Do I need to roll a attack roll against myself?
You break your finger.
Yep.
Ow.
Ow, first of all. I turn to him and I say, "You assaulted me in my own tavern. How could you?" And I don't know what I'm doing. I hate this so much.
I live with extortionists and thieves.
And
Fine, upstanding establishment you are going to have here. I'm going to still need those dues.
How much are they dues?
It's just 50 gold pieces.
For how long?
That'll get you through the first month.
All right. Well, then I give you an IOU because we have just opened. We have not turned a profit. So we will have to pay you at the end of the month.
Can I ask you like 5 questions?
No, that's for the licensing.
Ask the 5 questions, please. Please.
Well, how about we don't serve ale for the first month? Does that mean we don't owe you?
It's only
Until
going to
we
be 2
do?
gold pieces a month. It's going to be 2 dragons a month.
Oh, okay.
We don't take a whole lot from our establishments. We want our establishments to be thoroughly profitable, but we just want to make sure they're registered and inspected and good establishments. However, there are a certain number of clerical duties that need to be performed every month, and well, yeah.
Well, how about I give you? Let's see. I'll give you 4 gold, and we put off the clerical duties until next month.
No.
Oh. All right.
It is upfront for your licensing. I'm sorry, it has to be that way. Otherwise, we'd have a whole bunch of people operating unlicensed and then moving every month. That's just, we have to avoid that.
Just stare at him.
I understand.
unblinking.
you think someone will move a whole business to save 50 gold? That seems like not a very good choice that they
No,
would
but
make.
they would transfer ownership of it.
50 gold's also a lot of money.
I am sure there is a.
Hang on a second. Sorry, did you say transfer ownership? This is it. This is the world we live in, guys.
Yes.
Is this the part where we go kick a
Correct.
ball in the
I
face?
hate Waterdeep.
This is the point where we
I
go.
must
Oh,
destroy it."
voila!
I must
Son of a
destroy-
bitch!
What was your name?
He did just say it a moment ago.
Yeah.
Harbend Croddock, and I will never forget.
Hammond Craddock, yeah.
Hammond.
So, if we're say hypothetically we turn this into a tavern, we'd have to license to the Taverns Guild and the brewers and the cooks and all this.
If we
Butchers?
wanted to serve brew, yes, we would have to.
So, how does that normally work? Do you literally just come and beat everyone with sticks for every single tiny thing they try to do?
Yes.
Like, can't we just
Sorry,
get
I'm
licensed with
answering for
one
it.
guild,
Yes.
and then doesn't that protect us against the rest of them? Does
Well,
that mean
you have to get licensing with the brewers and vintners because, well, you're going to be selling alcohol. If you're not going to sell alcohol, you don't have to register with nothing.
Okay, but I'm just trying to get an understanding how this kind of business stuff normally works, because right now it seems like everyone's just showing up saying we owe them money, and I feel like I should probably only be owing a couple people money.
Well, I think we all feel that way.
This is how it works. They see people trying to make an honest living in their lives, no matter where they come from, even if they don't have any money to begin with, and they just take it all away, and no matter what you do, you just can't get out of this vicious cycle, so those who don't have money to begin with just never get any money ever.
No, a fine establishment like this, surely you'll be
I
making at least 50
just
gold a
can't.
day.
Alna slides the coins back and goes, "That was just a gift drink."
Yeah, Kolonov, I got the ale for our party tonight.
Oh yes, we did not sell this this brew. Here, have your silvers back.
We
This is
never
our
did
family,
ask for
huh?
money.
I-
We just
I-
put down coin.
I
What are
wink
the
at
coins for?
I wink at him.
Failed it.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Yeah, so on the expenses portion here, I'm looking at, looks like approximately 60 to 80 gold on average per 10 day. Will be
How
the,
much?
I hate Floon. I
How much
hate
it costs?
Floon. I hate
No,
Renair.
no.
I
How
hate
much-
how much
in
you'll
money?
make.
Oh,
I
gotcha,
how much you'll be making.
Fair kettle.
gotcha.
That's the revenue.
Understood.
But the thing is, we need like a lot of money in
1500
startup.
for the barest
I hate this so much.
fix-ups.
Exactly. This is why we
Deep
need to go
breath.
steal it. This is why we need to go
Lucian
steal a ship.
is not a proud business owner.
We have done this all
I'm
before.
not- I'm like stabbing my dagger into the countertop repeatedly.
Lucian,
Knowing
Anna's
that
gonna have
all
to
this
fix
sounds
that.
it
It
later.
sounds to me like you guys need to hire someone to run the tavern for you while you do adventuring.
Yes, that sounds good to me.
Actually, not a bad idea.
I
Really?
told you we could
That's
sell
not
this
good.
place for the value of the land. No one listened to me.
It's starting to sound better and better, Book.
hmm
It's not too
But
late.
in order
ask
to
around.
sell it as a tavern, it has to be registered. And in order to have a buyer who would actually... I feel like Bavolo would have sold it instead of giving it to us if it was able to be sold.
Yeah, I reckon he was
He
selling
effectively sold it for 500 gold pieces.
Yeah,
It- Wait, Volo, he sold it to us as a tavern, didn't
he
he?
sold it to
So
us.
this
yes.
place already has a license somewhere
Trollskull
in the books.
Manor.
Manor.
Oh.
Yeah.
it. So it is a family home.
So why are they coming to us asking to serve them drinks? It's just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
They're just walking
New
in
owners.
It has a tavern in it.
Yep, that's what the guild does.
Right. here. I say we just close down the tavern, do whatever we need to do to get that done. And
If
then
we
we'll
want-
just...
It's like I turned
As
this.
you say that, the troll skull falls off the back wall.
No.
Closing time appears written in the mirror.
I just throw my dagger
Someone
at
find that ghost. I want to talk with it.
Hmm.
hate this.
Out of from behind the in the pantry, an apparition sort of glides in. It is a appears to be a half elf of one form or another, and looks down his nose at all of you in disgust, and
Mhm.
turns and goes out the back wall.
Why you gotta be like that?
When he appears, Alna uses turn undead.
Good try. Good try.
And
Turn undead.
and
That's a wisdom save.
and I have to say that ghost rolled a 9.
Yes,
Depends
boo.
on the ghost, but
I don't think that's gonna work.
mm,
But the
In
god
fact,
he
I'm
did
pretty
roll
sure
high.
it's specific about how.
yes. If he is tied to the building at all, then simply turning him will banish him, perhaps, but it will not necessarily get
I
rid
mean,
of him.
turning only
No,
makes
he
you
just
run away
runs
for a
away.
minute.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It makes him go away, but it will not.
It's a statement.
Oh, we lost
It's a
Emma.
straight- It's a power move. Oh,
No,
no,
we lost Emma.
she's gone.
All right,
She's gone forever.
I will sort the order.
It's okay.
And she comes back.
She's just stabbing
I'm
the.
still in
counter.
I'm actually still in my screen. It's just I got crooked.
You just gotta lean.
Our
Yeah.
layout.
No, wait, no, I'm in two different spots. Oh no.
You're
Weird.
split.
Oh no! Everything.
Ah!
Apparently,
That's just how it works.
Everything crashed.
Oh no,
She's having a bad day.
I
our
am.
bard friend.
I've always wanted a cool name like that.
see. Okay, and well, it's good because I have to look this stuff up anyways.
Fair
So
enough.
you're going to cast a spell. What is the casting time on that one?
It's not a casting. It's
Yeah.
just a feature
Oh,
that I got.
It's a channel divinity.
Yeah, and it just
You're
takes an action.
And the ghost just has to run away.
Yeah, that's all it does. Just makes him flee at it.
Well,
They
he
have to
is
dash
already
away
fleeing.
as far as they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now he's gonna run away for like terror or whatever. He
Yes.
won't be looking smugly down at us as he's running away. He'll be terrified.
Just didn't like the way that ghost. I don't like the look of that ghost.
I don't need your judgment.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't judge me. You're dead.
Okay, yeah.
And apparently, you rolled a 9.
Can't wait until.
All right, so as you turn to him, you see this apparition appear, and he stares down his nose at you. You raise your hand, and a white light glows from it. Turn, and
Fuck off!
screeches and flees up the stairs.
Awesome.
What's the guy doing that's just been here watching all of this?
He's sitting
Didn't
there, and he's waiting to be paid.
Yeah.
Octavia sits down on a stool, which then promptly breaks underneath her.
Poltergeist, you say?
Oh,
That's
God
not
damn
good.
it. Is there a guild for
There's a
those
guild for
fuckers,
that?
too?
Yep.
No, but there's a guild for those who would remove them.
The guild for the haunted establishments of.
Actually, that
Waterdeep.
guild I can kind of appreciate.
Ghost Hunters Local 356.
Yeah, you can find them on Yelp.
Oh no! And who are you gonna call?
Yeah.
Yep.
Guild.
All right. So, actually, with that, we are going to call it a game for the day because I want to
Alright.
leave a little bit of time here, just to make sure we go through the giveaway.
Yes.
So, I know we've got Dan in the chat right now as variant roles, and you've all entered in your keyword, correct? Has it been announced?
It has not.
No.
Okay.
It just was just now.
Enter the giveaway by typing heist in chat.
All of you should do that.
Dan. And you'll be getting a copy of Dragon Heist, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the new Season 8 module, hardcover from Wizards of the Coast, and it's a pretty freaking spectacular read, and even more fun to play.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun. I've been led to believe that you can also choose Dungeon of the Mad Mage if you'd prefer, or already own Dragon Heist.
I
This
believe that
true.
is Dan's so nice. Dan's too. Yeah, he's confirming that.
Too nice.
Too nice.
I don't
Oh,
own
nice.
Dungeon of the Mad Mage yet, so how come I'm disqualified from that?
It's not
I mean-
even out yet.
Oh, welcome back, Emma.
It'll be out on Friday.
We've announced we're ending the session and we're getting ready to do the draw.
I'm so excited.
And for those of you watching, you should definitely be entering because your odds are really good right now.
Yes.
How many people do we currently have in the stream?
It's
19?
saying 19 viewers,
19.
and I'm one of them. And
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
entering.
But even so, only 2 or 3 people have entered so far.
Yeah.
So you should be typing heist.
Yeah.
Enter in Heist into chat and we'll be doing the giveaway shortly.
If you are within the sound of my voice.
Aylin, hi! Sorry, I recognized someone in the chat.
Nailed it.
Awesome.
Clock is ticking.
Clock is ticking. Wow.
Okay.
Time is running out.
Wow, 17.
And you're humming under your breath.
I don't actually want to
Hammond
let you
Braddock
look at
says,
it.
"Ah, what is that? I have had enough of this place. Don't be selling any more of that ale." That's
We
the
haven't
first one
sold
you sold
any
me.
of the ale.
Hey, if you want to party
I
with
just
us,
bought one.
come. If you want to party with us, you're welcome.
Yeah, we never asked for any money from you. You can. I don't know what's with the silver.
All right, but keep in mind when those doors open for business, you will need licensing. I
Will we
appreciate
give you-
the
As
drink.
he leaves,
Keep the 2 silver as a tip, though, guys.
I cast prestidigitation, and his pants get soiled.
Well, don't be rude.
Oh, would you look at that? I think I had one too many.
I cast Thaumaturgy.
Oh, by the way,
Make
the
it sound
guild
like
dues
the
just
demonic
went up to
whisper
cover a new
is.
pair of pants.
I
There's
don't know what
51
you
gold
mean.
pieces now.
I don't know what you mean.
You realize that we can all see when you cast a spell, right?
He was walking the other way.
He's very sneaky.
It
He
makes
had his
noise.
back to me.
You don't know if somebody casts a spell unless
He
the spell
holds the
says
back
that
of
you
his
know.
pants.
Unless you
Well, it
see
has
the
a
mark.
verbal and somatic component,
Oh,
but he wouldn't have seen it. His back was to me.
he doesn't know who did it, but
He knows it happened.
he knows. He knows what happened.
Congratulations, small 129.
Woo!
Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations, the small 129.
All right. Small 129, you have won a copy of Dragon Heist or or Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Get with variant roles in the chat or Dan Gaston on Twitter and let him know exactly what it is that you would like, and we will enter you in.
I would be so on that Mad Mage train.
I know. I can't wait to go to Under Mountain.
Yeah, I want to see what's
Sorry, I
like.
was a little bit of Hammond Braddock right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Hammond
right.
sounds kind of like Durnan.
No. Just because a guy's got a gravelly voice doesn't mean he's dirty. I got a flaming sword.
I tell you, all of my different group, I have a group that every time I have a new character, they're like, this one sounds just like Gizmo, a character that I played. I'm like, that's not okay. Maybe
Yeah.
a little
bit.
a little.
It's like, come on, guys.
There's only so
I'm
many
not
voices.
perfect, but if you like don't mention it, it's better.
Yeah.
Note to self: make up more voices.
I like
why
to
you
do
gotta-
the same voice for people who come from similar regions or like similar
Yeah.
voices. That kind of helps.
Makes it easier.
Gives me an
All right.
excuse.
And that will wrap the stream for this week. And we'll start back in on Monday, where DM Jazzy Hands is going to be taking us into the next little section. And thanks everyone for watching, and congratulations again to Small 129.
Oh, 129.
Bye.
I love you guys. We'll see you next week, and I'll talk to you all in chat.
Have a nice Tuesday.
Bye.
Can't wait to burn down Waterdeep.
Woo woo.
On fire. Waterdeep on
Hashtag burn it
fire.
down.
Adding product to the list.